Hey everyone, it's me, Antonio. Now, I've discussed several aspects of cringe culture, and one could say that in my own right, I am a part of it. Now, enough with the tangent, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. So, you saw the title, and you know that it's always what's on the tin with me. Edgelords. Love 'em or hate 'em, they are one of the biggest contributors to cringe culture, and I owe a lot of my aesthetic to them. And chances are, if you're an avid user of the internet like me, or even went to a public school, you've seen one of these. If you're a gamer, you've definitely run into one. However, not all edgelords are created equal. Today, we're going to be looking at the various types of edgelords: the good, the bad, and the edgy. This is possibly the most annoying type of edgelord to exist. If it is something offensive or hateful, these kids probably spew it. They are possibly the easiest edgelords to spot in a comment section due to their over-the-top edge, bad spelling, and horrible grammar. They most likely have a pride flag next to a no symbol in their username, and claim to hate furries for no discernible reason other than that the edgy commentators they look up to hate them, oftentimes between the ages of 12 and 15. 1 out of 10, possibly my least favorite edgelord. Oh god, I definitely fell under this edgelord subtype during my edgy phase. There are edgelords all across the political spectrum. Whether they put on their bed sheets and burn crosses, idolize funny German mustache man or Stalin, or worship Fox News and Daily Wire pundits like Tucker Carlson and Ben Shapiro, these edgelords take pride in their extreme political ideologies. They make it their whole personality and are often highly bigoted. Most likely, they'll be seen wearing war uniforms of their respective ideology and often greet you with a salute of their respective ideology. If they worship funny German mustache man, you can expect to be greeted with a Roman salute. Not anywhere near as insufferable as the squeaker, but still pretty bad. 2 out of 10. Oh god, these motherfuckers. They most likely kin every insane anime character known to man and claim that said character is misunderstood. Kyaru, high kin. Kokichi, even higher kin, no offense to my Kokichi kins watching. Light Yagami, they wouldn't be an edgelord weeb if they didn't kin them. You know you've ran into one of these if they list Kyaru as one of their favorite anime characters. Not only do they love edgy anime characters, they also act like them. You know exactly what I mean. They Naruto run to lunch, hiss at you, and most likely claim to be part demon. They act overtly cold and logical, just like their idols Kyaru and Light Yagami. However, they seem to not be able to distinguish reality from their edgy anime. 4 out of 10. This one is pretty fucking self-explanatory. This type of edgelord believes themselves to be incredibly deep when they are anything but. They say shit like suicidal people are just homesick angels and think everyone except them is a superficial jackass when that's exactly what they truly are when you pull back their facade of pseudo-intellectualism. They constantly quote Nietzsche and regard him as a genius, which to be fair he was, but also forget that his most well-known concept is misunderstood as hell. If you're wondering what I'm referring to, I'm talking about his Übermensch theory from Thus Spoke Zarathustra. Now, the Übermensch in Nietzsche's eyes was a human who transcended all human constraints, including race, becoming a superhuman, not the Aryan race Hitler skewed it to mean. Oftentimes, these people, in trying to seem deep, become the most superficial people you'll ever meet and forget the fucking points the philosophers they worship were trying to make. They wouldn't bother me so much if they weren't so fucking fake. 1 out of 10. Incels are possibly the most well-known edgelords to exist. They're extremely hateful because they get no bitches, and rather than improve themselves, they pull a Joaquin Phoenix Joker and say, "We live in a society." Chances are these edgelords have no social interaction outside incels.is and 4chan, and they use a lot of lingo from those sites that is pretty much unintelligible to anyone that touches grass. They are possibly the least self-aware edgelords. 2 out of 10. Ah yes, the edgelords that base their entire personalities on a bullshit study the creators spent years trying to debunk to no avail. They worship the Giga Chad guy, Andrew Tate, Ziz, and are honestly just better built incels, but incels nonetheless. They constantly talk about their grind set, their gains, and how much money and how many bitches they have. They don't exactly hate women the same way the incels do, but rather, they view women as trophies to flaunt and fuck. Most of them will dick ride Andrew Tate to the very end, the most notable one being Sneeko, the internet's favorite alpha cuck. Like, bruh, you are not him. Stop trying to be him. 5 out of 10, surprisingly the highest rated edgelords so far, but only because they care about their appearances. Now, these people are essentially full-grown squeakers. They live to drive people mad, and they most likely idolize Filthy Frank and early iDubbbz, not knowing that these two were making fun of idiots like them. Their idea of funny is just screaming racial slurs, spamming porn in group chats, and assaulting your eyes and ears in general. They think they're funny as hell when everybody is really just rolling their eyes at their tired antics, since everybody's fucking done it before. 0 out of 10. Arguably the least annoying edgelord, but they still have their annoying aspects. Most of them aren't too bad. It's the ones who make their whole personalities based on faking depression that are the edgelords I'm ripping apart here. Now, the fake depression kids tend to fake cut themselves, constantly brood, they make shitty edits like the one on screen, and they cry over the most fucking insignificant shit. And you can tell this depression is an act because people who are actually depressed try their best to hide it. Surprisingly, these dethrone the fake alpha males. 7 out of 10, not that bad. Remember earlier how I said incels were the most infamous edgelords? Well, I fucking lied. Neckbeards are the most infamous edgelords, although there's a huge overlap between them and incels. You know what a neckbeard is. The horrible BO, the obesity, the trench coat, the fedora, and of course the obligatory katana obsession. They smell like they have not fucking showered in 16 years, and their personalities are even grosser. They are usually total perverts who have nothing better to do but jerk off all day, and the porn they watch tends to fuck with their brains, stripping them of any sense of decency. However, they still try in vain to be gentlemen, you know, the lady type. Unfortunately, this becomes creepy as hell due to the neckbeard having the smoothness of a cactus. Now, I'm not gonna act like I don't parody neckbeard culture. Hell, I have a sprite of my Sona as one, but I cannot give these greasy, pervy bastards more than a 3 out of 10. I think if anyone were to class me as an edgelord, this is what they'd classify me as. The ironic edgelord is pretty fucking self-explanatory. It's exactly what it says on the tin. They only act edgy to make fun of actual edgelords and bigots. Think people like Filthy Frank, early iDubbbz, Dorian Electra in their My Agenda era, hell, even yours truly. These are people that actually do edgy stuff right, without their style of humor having any genuine malice behind it. They're basically the anti-troll. And unlike most edgelords, they're actually funny. Well, except for me anyway, I guess. 10 out of 10. Well, gentlemen, ladies, and fellow non-binary daisies, We have reached the end of yet another video. I apologize for the shitty mic quality in the last iteration of this upload, but I saw your comments and I listened. I hope the audio quality is better on this one. If it is, and if you enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and if you've done all those things, join my Discord server, link in the description and video. The fan art contest is open until October 1st, 2023 at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's 6 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Mountain, and 8 o'clock Central. So please join my server and submit. If you've done all of that, the obligatory, y'all have a great day. Antonio out. Peace.